Hello my dears and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when a new video comes out. And Happy New Year! This is my first video of the new year for 2026. And I hope that you're all doing well. But if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting the Coastal Crow and Raven Tarot. And this deck was created by MJ Cullinane, and it retails for $48 on her website, which I will link in the description below. And she has a myriad of decks, and you can check them out on her website. She is not doing any mass market decks except for the ones that are already floating around, but she has decided to basically just do her own thing now. And this one, the background on it is every card in the Coastal Crow begins with a visit to the water around her home. That's where she got her inspiration from. And she walked the coast and took pictures capturing the light, textures, and moods of the island. Each image begins as a moment of awe, the sea and the sky woven together into something both wild and still. So she has gone to bags because the boxes are becoming increasingly expensive. And that is her decision since she is the creator. So it is a lovely bag. It's a little kind of, I want to say cotton, but I could be wrong on what kind of bag it is. But it's not scratchy. Okay, so, and this is I think this is a first edition, I guess I can call it that. She does pre-orders on a lot of the decks that she comes out with now, and I think she's still accepting pre-orders on this one, but this is how it came. This is where she lives, and it came with this little piece of paper that's wrapped around it. And most decks that you come across will have that. And as you can see, it comes with the thank you for supporting the Coastal Crow and Raven first printing. And then you get her signature. And on the back, it shows you the back of the cards. And reversals will not be revealed. And it comes with this a guidebook. And I don't know how many pages it is. It's kind of big. I didn't want to sit here and count every single page out. And unfortunately, she doesn't list on her website how many pages are in the guidebook. But as you can see, it's pretty thick. I mean, she's pretty thorough and adds extra stuff kind of deeper on her guidebooks. Okay, so the cards themselves, the card stock is 400 GSM, and they are a little bit bigger than regular tarot, traditional tarot, I should say, as you can see. And they are 5 inches height, across is 3 inches, and the width of the deck is 1.5. Okay, so in my tarot deck videos, I always do a side-by-side comparison with a Rider-Waite Smith, and so you can kind of compare them. And if you're looking to get a different tarot deck, you can kind of get an idea of the similarities there are to the traditional. Rider-Waite. And the one that I'm using as the comparison is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's produced by US Game Systems. And you can check out their website, see if they have it. If not, Amazon does have it, because Amazon has everything. All right. So let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison with this deck. Okay. And it just has the title and a number for it. If you like ravens and crows, I think you'll enjoy this deck. It does have some nice illustrations on it. If you like the coast, that's a nice card. I like that with the moon. Okay, that was the majors. Okay, so next we have the villains. And there is some representation, symbolism, representation, whichever you want to call, of the suit. And the court card titles are the same. Okay, that's the wands. And next we move on to the cups. That seems very silly. 2 cups on their head. That seal does not look happy. To have a cup and a crow on top of it. Okay, next we move on to the swords. This card is kind of a strange card. Yeah, you got this big gigantic raven, and I admit I'm kind of torn on this deck in particular. And I haven't been able to use it yet because I just recently obtained it. But I'm not sure about this deck. I have to see what it's like when I start working with it. I mean, I do like all of MJ's decks. They're different. and unique in their own way. Okay, then we are on to the last suit, which is the Pentacles. Okay, so that is the deck itself. Okay. I think this is one of these decks I'm going to have to spend some time with to just kind of, I don't know, get a kind of feeling with it. And, you know, that does happen. When you get a new deck, you get it and you look through it, you look through the cards. Now that you're finally able to see the whole deck, and you're just like, and you're kind of, I don't know. But I would never tell you guys not to buy a deck. Either way, I'm just here to show you what the deck's about. And the only reason I would tell you not to buy a deck is if it was badly constructed. If it was poor quality or anything like that, that would be the only reason, because I know that there are people who like decks and other people like certain decks, so everybody has their own little niche of what they like. And so the cardstock is on the thicker side, but it's still flexy bendy. You can still bend them and stuff, but it's really good cardstock. It really is. All right, so we're gonna go over this guidebook, and I don't think there's any spreads. No, there's no spreads. Okay. So we go through the copyright and for her daughter, and then we have the introduction, and she just talks about her move to the San Juan Islands, and talks about the why, which I like to know how the creator was inspired to make the deck. And she just goes back into the background of it. And also in the introduction, a lot of the times the creator will put what they're hoping that you will get out of the deck, whether or not you do or not. But I like to know the why, basically, of a deck. And then we go right into the major arcana. We don't get any pictures. We get the title and the number, what the ocean brings in, what the tide pulls out, and then we get the illustration and the meaning, kind of like combined. And that is basically what you get in the major arcana. And then we'll go to the minor. And I don't think there's any difference. No. It's just the title of the card, what the ocean brings in, what the tide pulls out. They're kind of like keywords. And MJ does not do reversals. So there are no reversal meanings in this book. And it's the same thing. You just get the illustration, explanation, and the meaning of the card. So that's pretty much it. They're not separated. They're just all bunched in together. Because some guidebooks, they will put a separator page and say what the suit is. But this is just all put together. So as you can see, it's basically the same thing. It's not the minor isn't minimalized like a lot of guidebooks are. You get this big gigantic thing for the major, and then when you get to the minor, some of them just put keywords in, or they give you a little bit of explanation. So I like that she spent some time on the minors and gave it just as much attention as the majors. I mean, I know the majors are the more important cards because they're more bigger life than the minors. But still, I like it when they give them the same amount of attention. Okay, so shuffling. Because they are longer than the traditional, I struggle with the rifle shuffling, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I cannot wrap my little chunky fingers around it. So I will probably do the overhand. But yeah, if you have longer fingers, and you will do okay with the shuffling of the deck, or you can do overhand, which I prefer in this case. Or you can cut them up into different piles and scoop them up like that if you want. Or you can do the fan. These, not so much. Or you could just spread them out all over your table and pick them one by one. It's all, there's no right or wrong way to do shuffling, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before. There's no right or wrong way. Do whatever you can physically do, or whatever you enjoy doing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a card and read you the meaning out of the guidebook, so you can get an idea of what the guidebook says. Okay. 7 of Cups. Some of y'all distracted. Well, not distracted, but you're probably overwhelmed also. Could be. It is the beginning of the year, and everybody, so much emphasis is put on resolutions and go, go, go. You got to get stuff done this year. Whereas also, on the other hand, there's also other people that don't exactly acknowledge that kind of energy until spring. And I kind of agree with the spring people, because January, you just want to hibernate like a bear. I know I get so sleepy and tired in the winter, no matter what I do. All right, so let's see what the 7 of Cups. Now if I can find it. Okay, 7 of Cups. Okay, what the ocean brings in. Dreaming big, inspired imagination. What the tide pulls out. Getting lost in a fantasy, procrastination. At America Camp, off of Cattle Point Road, the path from the parking lot and visitor center, sadly now closed, winds past weathered buildings, tall grass, and a white picket fence before opening to a view so vast it feels like the edge of the world. The ocean stretches into the sky, and for the moment, it's easy to lose yourself in the shimmer where they meet. That's the essence of the Seven of Cups, the allure of possibility, the spell of imagination, when every horizon seems just within arm's reach. Yet not all visions lead somewhere real. This card reflects the pause between dreaming and doing, when the beauty of what could be tempts us to linger a little too long. The tide of this card brings an inspired imagination, the rush of creative ideas, and the thrill of endless options. It invites you to dream boldly, to let your vision expand without fear of being impractical. But like the waters that mirror the sky, imagination can distort as easily as it reveals. The Seven of Cups asks you to separate inspiration from illusion, to ground your dreams into something you can actually hold. Clarity expands creativity, it shapes into something you can build. When the tide pulls away, it takes with it the fog of indecision and the trap of chasing every glittering wave. What's left is focus, the courage to choose one course and follow it through. The Seven of Cups teaches the freedom doesn't come from endless options. It comes from commitment. Dream big, yes, but remember that even the grandest vision begins with a single deliberate step. Wow, what a great message to start off the new year with. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so basically that is all I have for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the deck. If you purchased it after seeing my video, please let me know. Maybe let MJ know that I led you over to her. You know, it'd be nice. Let me know if you have it. Is it working for you? How is it working for you? I mean, other people are always curious as to what other people get out of decks and everything. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.